Today we're going to make some figures in motion, and we'll use them to draw. Maybe you have seen one of these cool art guys before. This is Arthur. He moves and bends all sorts of ways and is a great tool for learning how to draw the human body in a bunch of different positions. So today we're going to use Arthur as an inspiration to make our very own people that we can move and bend different ways. We will be using 2 pipe cleaners. We'll be using some straws, actually 8 pieces, a mixture of some smaller ones and some larger ones. And then I've got some pony beads. I've got 2 medium-sized beads. If you don't have those, you could easily just use extra pony beads. And then I've got 1 wooden bead as well. It's a little bit larger. I'm going to start off with one of my pipe cleaners and 1 pony bead. And I'm going to go ahead and put the pony bead on at about halfway down the pipe cleaner and bend the 2 ends together to make sure that I'm right at the halfway point. Then I'm going to take my 2 ends of my pipe cleaner and put them together once my bead is all the way on there. And that's where I'm going to put my wooden bead. So I'm going to stick both ends through the wooden bead. And the pink bead that I have on is going to stop the wooden bead from going off. So it's really just kind of a placeholder, although I like to call it a hat. Now my person has a head. Next I'm going to go for a neck. So I'm going to pick another pony bead, a small one. I'm going to put it on both of the ends again. So it'll go right under the neck of right under the head and act as a neck. I'm going to grab another pony bead and put that on as well. But this time I'm not going to push it all the way up. I want to leave just a little bit of space between the 2. And I'm going to take my other pipe cleaner and put it through that bead. So you can see I'm pushing it through the top of the bead and going down. Okay, so I'm taking my pipe cleaner, pushing it through the top of the bead, and pulling it through until it's about halfway. And to know that it's halfway, I will match up my ends, and then I will use the bead to hold this other pipe cleaner here to my first pipe cleaner. And I'm going to go ahead and push that bead up now so that it's right under the neck bead. All right, now my original pipe cleaner is going to turn into arms, and the one that I just added is going to turn into legs. So I'm going to pull those down straight, and I'm going to push my arms out to the side so that I know which ones are where. This is what it should look like with the 2 beads, my 2 arms, and then my 2 legs. Now I'm going to use these middle-sized beads on the leg section of my body to kind of add a belly. If you don't have these beads, you could also use like maybe 3 of the pony beads too. That would totally work. It's okay if they all look a little bit different. It's not a big deal. As long as they have kind of the right body sections, you should be okay. So now I have the 2 body beads, and then I've got space for arms and space for legs. You can kind of see the person coming about. Now I'm going to use 2 larger sections of straw, and I'm going to go ahead and put those on the legs. So 1 on this leg and push it all the way to the top, and 1 on the other leg and push it all the way to the top as well. And then I think I'm going to use these other long ones for the top part of my arms. So you'll have to kind of play around with the different sizes, make sure that they fit. If you need to kind of lay them out to measure so that they're not too long, you can do that too. You can always trim the straws with your scissors. I'm going to add some knees by putting some pony beads on next after my straws. And then I'm going to add some calves by kind of measuring, and then I'm twisting my end of my pipe cleaner up so that it's going to be a little bit longer than where my calf is. So I'm just curving the end up to make like a little loop for the ends of my body here. And then I'm going to put the straw over that loop. And then I'm going to take whatever's left of that loop and bend it so that it's a foot. And that will keep the straw on my leg. So here I've got my little loop. I'm pushing the straw over the loop here. And then anything that is left after I put my straw on, I'm going to bend up, and that will be my foot, and it'll keep my straws on my legs. You can kind of see now he's got the leg sections and the feet. Next is arms. So I'm going to add my first straw to my arm, and my second straw to my arm. Then I'm going to add the beads for the elbows. So I'll throw one bead on there, and I'll put one on my other arm. And then next I'm going to put the end of the arms on, and then add that loop for the hands. So you could do the loop before or after you put the straw on. It doesn't matter, as long as there's something there to make sure that those straws don't go anywhere. We want to have that little loop to keep them in place. All right, so there is your person. Now you should be able to move and bend your person in whatever type of shape you would like to bend them. How adorable. Here you see I have another one that I've made with different colors, same type of thing. So I've got all three. Now that we have our guys made, we can form them into different active positions, and then we'll use those to help us in our drawing. So I'm going to make my guy look like he is running super fast. So I'm going to bend his legs in a running position, try to make sure his feet are pointed the right way. I will do the same thing with his arms, make sure his arms are folded in a running position as well. And then once I get them all situated like that, I am going to use the basic shapes to draw my guy. So I'll start with the head, and we'll add kind of the neck. And you don't have to do every specific bead. I'm just kind of looking for sections. I'm going to go ahead and add the front arm and the back arm with the little elbow. For the middle body, I'm just going to do a large chunk, even though that's really made of 2 beads. I'm going to add the leg, front and back legs. Draw in the knees, of course, and then show which direction my person is running. You can see just by watching what I have done with my figure, I can draw now a person who looks like he is running. Now I'll do the same thing, but this time I'm going to come up with a different pose. I was thinking my person might really love to do ballet, so maybe I can come up with a ballet pose, something that's nice and active looking. Maybe they're twirling on their tippy toes with one foot up. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get my guy to stay like that. And then again, use him as my person to look at and go ahead and draw the ballet pose. Now, a lot of times for me, it helps to start with the center of the body first and then add the limbs. So as you are drawing these, a lot of times I recommend go ahead and do that head, neck, and like body first, and then add the arms and legs. Sometimes it's easier to do that, but see how many different things you can come up with. You could have him kicking a soccer ball, you could add like a basketball, you could do swimming, you could do karate. I mean, whatever kind of activities, riding a skateboard. There's so many different fun ideas you could do with these guys. So see what different things you can do, what different positions you can put them in to show active movement. All right, have fun with this, guys. I cannot wait to see what you come up with.